Hello, fellow diamond painting addicts, and welcome back to Diamond Painting Anonymous. I'm Daphne, and I'm here today for this week's WIP and Chat. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not new here, welcome back. WIP, W-I-P, stands for Work in Progress, and this is mine. You are welcome and encouraged to go grab whatever you are working on and work alongside while I chat, or alternatively, you can treat this as a podcast and just listen while I chat. Today, I am going to be starting my Bubble Fairies kit from Randall Spangler. This is one of my 5 oldest kits. This is my current oldest kit from Diamond Art Club. So I'm going to be using this kit for the Diamond Art Club Challenge. I have gone through and made myself what I think are some super cute little bubble cover sheets. So I'm going to uncover the little section here that I'm going to be working on. Let me rearrange some things so that you can see where I'm working. And I will be right back. Don't go anywhere. Okay, I've uncovered a little bit of a narrow strip. This was the last strip that I was putting on for the cover sheets. So it's not quite even. It's not as big as I would usually make it, but hopefully this time everything will stay on camera so you guys can see what I'm doing. Because I know last week I was a little too far up, so you guys couldn't necessarily see everything that I was doing. So hopefully that takes care of that problem this week. Let me rearrange a little bit here. I'm feeling a little discombobulated. This is way later than I would typically be filming, but it's all good. Let me get my timer started here. I know this section seems like a bit of boring brown, but hopefully once I get done with this section, then I'll be moving into the pinks and purples, because I think this is the only section that kind of has these browns like this, or at least a big section of them all together. I guess I'll find out. All right, so I need to start off with my regular life. My regular life has been kind of crazy, which is why I'm late getting stuff filmed today, because I film videos and I edit my own videos. Apparently that makes me the resident tech expert when it comes to filming and editing. My youngest has to film. It's sort of an audition / introductory video for one of the classes he's taking. And so we spent the morning trying to get that all set up and figure out where he was going to film. I actually had a lot of fun setting up like a little area so that he had some kind of a background and everything. Like he was just going to do it against a plain wall, and I had fun setting up a little filming area for him for that, so that was good. However, he's struggling to make the video as long as it needs to be for the class requirements. So I was helping him film, and he was using my camera to film and all of that fun stuff. And so I'm just later getting filming than I would like. But it's all good. I've been helping him out, and he's finally, I think, getting less stressed about it. It's always funny to me. I used to teach public speaking, and in speech class, it always amazed me how different people took to the class. Some people didn't mind it at all and were fine with it. Some people were just natural public speakers, and some people just absolutely loathe the class with a passion. And I will admit, even though I was teaching the class, public speaking has never been my favorite thing either. I think over the years of teaching and just standing and talking in front of people that you don't know repeatedly, I kind of got over my fear of it, but it's never going to be something I enjoy, if that makes sense. Anyway, so helping him out with that, and he's not finished still, but he is working on another piece of it while I get to filming, because if I don't film when it's halfway decent light outside, then I have all kinds of issues. My phone that I use for my camera, the battery is almost dead, so it's on the charger, and I'm actually using my husband's camera phone to film, so we'll see how it turns out. Hopefully everything is the same quality. His phone is not quite the newest version. Well, my phone isn't the newest version either, but my phone is a little bit newer than his, so we'll see how that turns out, I guess. Anyway, so that's why I'm late filming. I was helping him out. He's been so stressed about this project, and you know, as a parent, it's one of those things where I want to say, just, even not as a parent, but just, you want to say, just relax. And that's like telling someone to calm down. When is that ever helpful? It isn't, and it doesn't work. But if he would just relax a little bit, it would be so much easier for him. But he's working his way through it. It's all good. Weather has been kind of crazy. We got freezing rain on Sunday night. Not a lot, but enough to make things slippery. And we knew that we were going to be possibly having some bad weather, but we didn't think it was going to be that bad. So my son and I decided we would try to walk on Monday like we usually do. And got up, looked out. Everything looked kind of wet, but it didn't look super slick. My husband actually had the day off, so he hadn't been out to kind of give us a little heads up on whether or not it was slick. And we don't have a railing, a handrail on our porch steps. There's a railing around the porch itself, but not on the steps going down. And with my bad knee, I'm always trying to be careful anyway. So I stepped out on the first step. It's fine. It's not icy at all. I step on the second step carefully, I thought. And the next thing I know, I'm flat on my back looking up at the sky going, what just happened? And just as I'm sitting there kind of trying to figure out what happened, a neighbor drives by in a truck, and I'm thinking to myself, oh, great. I just wiped out in front of the neighbor. That's awesome. I'm trying to assess myself because I'm old enough that I'm like, okay, did I injure anything? Because luckily I did not hit my head on the cement. I thought maybe I had hit my head on the steps, the cement steps, but the step actually hit me kind of right across my shoulder blades. So my head was far enough away that it did go backwards, but I didn't hit a step. So that was lucky. The next thing I know, as I'm internally assessing myself, my son has stepped down off the steps and I can hear him kind of slide a little bit on the sidewalk, and he steps off the sidewalk because it was super icy into the grass. I can tell he's trying not to laugh. And he says, Mom, are you okay? And I said, I think so. Let me just lay here for a minute and make sure I don't feel like anything is broken. As soon as I'm talking coherently, he just busted out laughing, just laughing so hard. He had tears running down his face. And I'm one of those people, I knew it was probably hilarious. So I'm trying not to chuckle at the same time because I'm sure it was one of those cartoon moments where I just stepped and my feet came out from under me. I was those videos on the internet where I laugh at people falling down, except it was me. Anyway, so he's trying to help me up and I'm like, let me get off of the slick sidewalk and steps before you try to help me or we're both going to go down. And he's still laughing and he's like, Mom, I didn't even get the door shut. I usually go out in front of him and then he'll shut the door and then we go out for our walk. And he's like, Mom, I turned back to shut the door and then I look back at you and you're gone and then you're laying on the ground. And I'm like, well, you know, I didn't mean to fall, didn't mean to slip. I thought I was being careful, but apparently I wasn't being careful enough. So yeah. He did at least make sure that I was okay before he started laughing at me. So, and actually I was okay. I mean, I wasn't thrilled that he was laughing at me, but I knew it was funny. And also it's been so long since I've seen him laugh that hard. So it was kind of nice. So hubby had that Monday off because he had worked all day on Sunday. So I didn't get to go for my walk on Monday and I was a little bit stiff and sore, but we just kind of lazed around the house, caught up on some TV shows and things like that, and just had a relaxing Monday while he wasn't at work. So that part of it was nice. We are still waiting on all of the bills for my daughter's surgery. We did get the emergency room bill, and it actually did include her CT scan and all of the other lab work and testing that they did at the hospital while she was there. So I'm crossing my fingers that that's it. The only other thing that I could see them billing us for was, like I said, the emergency room doctor, but we haven't seen anything like that. So hopefully maybe that's going to be it. But it was crazy. So she had some lab tests, some surgical supplies, that sort of thing, because she had an IV. Of course, she had the CT scan. The CT scan alone was almost $2,000. She had a sonogram before that. And then the actual charge for the room in the emergency room, I think, was $1,500. But her pain meds alone were $1,000, which I thought was insane. Because they did give her some pain meds through her IV, but they were basically giving her like Tylenol 3 with the codeine and stuff. That's what they were giving her for pain. So it seems crazy to me that the meds were that much. Now, maybe I'm wrong and maybe they gave her something else, because like we didn't get like an actual itemized bill. It just kind of broke it down into categories from the hospital. So crazy. We still haven't gotten bills from the doctor that did the surgery, and we haven't got a bill from the hospital for the surgery. But we did get, actually just yesterday, we got the bill, or not the bill, the insurance statement showing what the insurance paid for both the hospital for her surgery and the doctor who did her surgery. She's only going to owe, it looks like, a couple $100 for the doctor portion of the surgery to the surgeon, and then I think another couple thousand maybe for the hospital portion of the surgery. And then maybe we'll be done, assuming that we don't get another bill still from the emergency room doctor. So all told, like I said, she's going to end up meeting her out-of-pocket maximum, which her deductible is $500, and then I think her out-of-pocket maximum is like $2,500. Everything was in network, so we didn't have to worry about anything being out of network, so no worries there. So yeah, hopefully that's all we're going to end up paying, and because of her deductible carryover, she won't have to meet all of this again in 2024. It will carry over until 2025. Which seems insane to be thinking about 2025 already. That seems crazy. So I'm still struggling with the fact that I'm writing 2024 on paperwork because that seems crazy too. Anyway, so it'll be good to get all of those bills paid and kind of get all of that off of our plates and just be able to take a little bit of a breather for that. So fingers crossed, like I said, that's all we're going to be responsible for, or all she's going to be responsible for. It hasn't been too much else going on, like I said, other than helping my youngest with his latest school project. Like I said, it's a group project, and those are never my favorite, but just another hoop for him to jump through so he can get finished. Hubby and I are really kind of trying to figure out logistics and things. I think hubby is almost to the point, not that he hasn't wanted to move to Canada, but I think he was okay putting it off for a while. And I think now he's just kind of reached the point where with everything that's been going on with jobs and that whole situation, and I think he's ready to just, I think he's ready to go. There have been several times over the last couple of months that we both have been just like, let's just pack up and go now. But of course, I want my youngest to finish his degree. This is his last semester. If he gets all of that finished, then we don't have to worry about any of that. Once we head up into Canada, that will be much easier on our budget as well. So yeah, I would like to get that done before we move. Anyway, so I've just been kind of taking it easy other than that. Bills and that sort of thing. I've been gathering all of my tax documents. I want to get our taxes done as soon as possible. We typically get a refund from federal, but we owe state. But I would like to get our refund because I would like to use it to put down a good chunk on our car to get our car paid off a little bit faster, because it would be nice to not have a car payment. I don't know if that's going to happen or not, but we'll see. I don't know what our taxes will look like this year either, but I want to get everything done. I think I have all of the documents that I need so far, except I think I'm waiting on my statement from Google for my YouTube stuff, which is essentially my W-2, but it's like a 1099. And then my husband's W-2 hasn't showed up yet. So as soon as we get that, and I'm crossing my fingers, I never can remember from one year to the next. Whenever he goes storming, sometimes his company just pays him, so it all just gets counted like regular pay. But then sometimes the company that they're storming for pays them. So some years, like, it looks like he works in Missouri when he goes on a storm. I mean, he is working in Missouri, but then we have to file Missouri state taxes and all that stuff, versus some years he'll work in Missouri, but he gets paid by his company, so it's all Kansas taxes. So it's all very confusing, and I often misremember when he's been storming. Not that he's great at remembering it either, but we're both old, so we'll think it was last year and it was like 2 years ago or 3 years ago. We were actually just looking. He had something come up on his Facebook, and he went years ago. He went out to California to work for 6 months because the jobs had kind of dried up here, and kind of like what we're going through now. They were shuffling things and things were getting done differently, and there just weren't any job openings. And he ended up going out to California and working out in California for 6 months. And he and I had been talking about it because we were like, how long ago was that? And I was like, I don't know, 4 or 5 years. No, it was 9 years ago that he was out there working, which seems crazy. Like, I don't even feel like we've been married for 9 years, even though it's been, this year will be our 12th anniversary? Yes, 12th anniversary. So, but it doesn't seem like it. My sister and I were talking the other day, and she said, yeah, she remembers my dad telling her that it took him 50 years to turn 18 and it took him 5 to turn 50. And I was like, I can relate to that. The only other thing that I wanted to share with you guys for my kind of life update is, I think I asked last time, or maybe I asked this in a post, I can't remember, what other kinds of crafts you guys do. Like, I know diamond painting is kind of an overlap with cross stitch. I know lots of people knit and crochet. Does anybody junk journal? I'm not even really clear on what junk journaling is. From the few videos that I've watched, it seems like it's people who scrapbook and have lots of leftover stuff and then use those to just make like little kind of scrapbooky type layouts in like a sketchbook. Is this what it is? Am I completely off base here? Am I watching the wrong people junk journal? Like, it seems like really fun, but I told my husband it's another one of those hobbies for me where I would be like, oh, well, I need all these stickers, and now I need all this washi tape, and I need all these magazines so I can cut stuff out of them, and oh, I need this sketchbook, and I need all of these scrapbook papers so that I have all these things to pick from. It's just another excuse for me to go to the craft supply store or the office supply store, both of which I love equally. I could spend hours just picking out pens, and I am very picky about my pens. I have certain pens that I like. So if someone takes my pens out of my office, I'm annoyed because I have certain ones that I use all the time. I like my pens to have a very fine tip on them. I want a very fine writing tip when I'm writing with my pen. So yeah, if you junk journal, please share. Are there people that I should be watching? Am I misinterpreting it? Is that not what it is at all? I mean, I get the point is, I assume, to have something pretty when you're done. But the one person that I've kind of been watching, it's all stickers and tape. But I've seen other people who, like, it's almost like they have all these stamps and they emboss things. And it's like, I don't know if I need another hobby where it encourages me to spend $1 bazillion on accessories. I already have one of those. Anyway, the person that I was watching made it seem way more approachable than some of the other videos I've seen in the past. And also, they had just gone on what they called a washi tape bender. And they had all of these boxes of washi tape. And like, one had a sailing theme, and it was all like sailing themed washi tape. And one had Victorian, so it was like old-timey stuff. And I was like, I've never even seen washi tape like this. I need all of these. And that was when I thought, ooh, see, I'm out here already going, I have enough problems with the washi tape that I get for all of my diamond paintings. If I have another excuse to buy even more, that's probably not good. So yeah, if you junk journal, let me know. What do you think of it? Like I said, is there anybody I should be watching? Am I missing the point? Is it fun? Because it looks like a lot of fun. I mean, I'm assuming most hobbies are fun or people wouldn't keep doing them, right? But they can also be stressful while they're fun. So, all right, what other color? Where's my other brown color? What other color do I want? I know I've missed an L in some of the little 2-dot ones that I was doing before, but I think I'm just going to try and fill in some other stuff first before I start worrying about that. Where's this little pin symbol? Let me do that one first. It feels weird to be working on all of these browns because most of the rest of the kit is all these kind of purples and pinks, which is what I put on my release paper. Okay, I think, how long have I been talking? Gosh, you guys, I'm sorry. Like I said, I'm so off kilter because I'm off schedule, and yeah, just, sometimes life doesn't go the way that you think it will. So moving on to my diamond painting life, what's going on in my diamond painting life? I mean, I'm just plugging along, I think. I finished Harajuku, so I'm excited to finish that and be able to show it to you. So you guys will be seeing the review of that here shortly. It was so much fun. I'm so glad I did that one. And that marks off the first kit of my Want to Do series. So 1 down, 11 to go. I finished a different kit. I unboxed a kit from Crafties. This one was kind of unplanned, but I'm actually glad I did it. It was just the Simple Poppies one. It's called Floral Fantasy, but it was by Sybil Art, and I actually thought it was going to be fairly simple. It looked like it would be a lot of multi-placing, just some poppies and dandelions kind of in a field of blue. Whoo, boy howdy was I wrong. It was a ton of confetti. The background was basically a checkerboard of 2 different colors of blue, and it just took longer than I thought. But I did get it finished as well. So I've got 2 finishes under my belt for January, so I'm feeling pretty good about that. Doubt seriously that this one will get finished in a week. It's possible if I spent a bunch of time on it, but I know I have other projects on the go as well. So I don't think I'm going to get this one done, but at least I'm getting a start on it. So I finished the Sybil Art. I finished Harajuku. I finally finished kitting up the Josephine wall from Diamond Painting Deutschland. It is currently on my dining room table, taunting me because I laid it out there so that my goal is to work on 3 sections a week. I'm definitely behind. I will admit that right now. So I left it out on the dining room table thinking, well, it's out here. I can just work on it, get caught up on my sections, and then I can put it away for a week or 2 weeks and then get caught up again, etc., etc. It's not turning out that way, so I really got to get in gear on that one. I don't want to let it get so far behind that I can't get caught up with that one, but I just have so many other things that I want to do. So I wanted to move on to this one. One of my other goals is to do my 5 oldest kits. This is my oldest one. I've got another Spangler, Jasper C, and Belly Dancer, plus the Diamond Painting Deutschland are all my 5 oldest kits. So I would like to get through all 5 of those this year as well. Don't know if that's going to happen, but that's the goal anyway. So like I said, I really want to start on Diamond Painting Deutschland. I mean, I've started on it, but I really need to get into it. But I wanted to do this one as well. And I'm super stoked about the cover sheets here. I think they're super cute, so I'm happy with them. Then, because I don't have enough things going on, I'm going to try and do 2 events in February, which probably sounds crazy, and maybe it is, but I'm going to try. I don't know if I'll actually get anything finished for the events. Actually, I don't think either event requires a finish. I think I had to do a start pick for both of them. One of them, I'm trying to figure out what the rules are. I still haven't had a chance to look up everything yet. Or I guess I've tried looking some things up, but I'm Facebook illiterate, and so I've not had success trying to find where all the rules are. I'm going to go watch the YouTube channel and see if I can figure it out. I think I'm just going to end up, instead of doing it on Facebook, she's also doing it on Instagram, so I think I'll just end up doing it via Instagram because that seems easier because Facebook and I do not get along. But anyway, even though I'm doing 2 events, I'm only doing 1 kit. I'm going to make the same kit work for both. And I hope that's okay. Like, I know it's okay with me when I run an event. I didn't see anything in the rules that said I couldn't do that for either event. So I'm just going to do it and we'll see what happens. So I unboxed my Furry Familiar. You should have seen that unboxing yesterday. If you didn't, go check that out. It is a super cute kit from Craftably. It unfortunately is not available anymore because it's one of those that was in their We'd Like to Stay in Business sale, and still anxiously waiting for them to restock some new items. Hasn't happened yet, but I'm waiting because I really like Craftably. I like their quality, and I think this will be a fun kit. So I'm going to be doing, it's called Furry Familiar, and it is this lovely little witch wearing this cute little witch's hat and sweater, and she's got a cute little fuzzy cat as her familiar. So I'm going to be doing Familiars in February is the name of one of the events. And then the other one is called DP for Black History Month 2024, I think. I don't know if it's 2024 or just 24. I've seen it both ways, so I'm just going to put 2024 because that's what I saw when I was looking up the information. We'll see how that goes. That one actually requires a Google form, which I have filled out and attached my start photo, so I should be good to go there. So I will start on that canvas the beginning of February, which is why I wanted to take this kind of last week of January to get as far as I can on this kit. Like I said, I know I won't get finished, and that's okay, but I did want to at least make some headway on this one and get some drills laid on it. So this coming week, I will be working on this kit and the Diamond Painting Deutschland and trying to get caught up. And then we'll see where I end up. Maybe I'm crazy and maybe I am spreading myself a little bit too thin, but I wanted to try and do some more events, and I wanted to, like I said, actually participate in the events. Most of the time what I do is just say, oh, this event is going on, I'm going to do this kit, but I'm not actually participating. I'm not like posting progress pics or anything like that. So yeah, well, hopefully this will be a new experience for me and a fun experience for me. And if it isn't, then maybe I'll learn something and that'll help me run my events better when I'm running my events. Because don't forget, I am still doing my own 2 events that I am hosting. I will be doing DP for Pets in June, and I will be doing DP for Veterans in November. I need to get busy and get prizes together and all of that stuff too. Yeah, I need to get busy. I just need to get busy. That's all as far as I think diamond painting kits. What else is going on? So I finished Harajuku, which was one of my want series. I think it was Wishes was the one that I had planned to do in February. I don't know if I'm going to still do that one for February or if I'm going to try and find something on the list that's maybe a little bit smaller. The problem is I don't think there's a whole lot on the list that is smaller, which is one of the reasons that I'm doing less kits for finishes this year, because they're all kind of big and they're just going to take me more time. That's just the reality of the size. And I hope to participate in more events this year as well. Like I said, actually participate. I don't know what that's going to look like either. I haven't thought that far ahead. I mean, I would like to sit down. What I need to do is just take the time to sit down with my diamond painting list of kits that I want to do and see if there's anything in that series of kits that I can make fit with certain events. I think somebody has run a Spangler event for the last couple of years, so I have plenty of other Spangler canvases besides this one. If I could have an excuse to force myself to get a couple more of those done, that would be awesome as well, because they just seem to sit in my stash. I don't know why. They're super cute. I don't know why. Maybe because the one that I did first was the absolute largest one. It also happened to be, at the time, one of my oldest, which was the Firefly Fireworks one. But that one was so big, maybe just without realizing it, kind of in the back of my head, I'm like, oh, that one, they're all going to be that big and take that long, which they won't, because none of the other ones are as large as that one, but maybe subconsciously that's what I'm thinking, and that's why they stay in my stash. But I would like to get some more of his done because they are cute. The other thing that I'm working on is my oldest is coming over, and we're going to sit down and see about finally making some headway on our business together. She's supposed to be drawing our logo and she hasn't completed it yet, because a lot of all of this got sidetracked because of her surgery, so some of it is not her fault. And you know, once you go back to work and trying to get back in the swing of things, that's been a little difficult for her too. I think that's been everybody just the last couple weeks, trying to kind of get everything back to normal. Trying to see if I missed any more of those pin ones. I think I got them all. If I didn't, then I'll just have to go back. I would really like to start doing the release papers like we talked about, and she's been drawing all kinds of things for me. But I'm curious what you guys think. Like I had somebody tell me that they like the bubbles. I had someone ask about the little unicorn sticker that I made that said professional diamond painter. I have turned that into cover sheets that I've used before, but what do you guys look for? Is there a specific pattern? Like I kind of get stuck when I'm thinking about what to make something kind of generic so that it can go with anything, or something specific like I did with the bubbles here to go with this particular kit. It's really good for this particular kit, but also they're just cute and you could use them anywhere. So I'm curious kind of what people think. What are you guys drawn to? Is it, what am I trying to say here? I guess just, you know what? Just leave me a comment below with something that you would like to see as a release paper. Like, is it unicorns? Is it dragons? Is it gnomes? Is it bubbles? Is it diamonds? Is it, I don't know, Arctic animals? Is it Christmas? Is it whatever? Is there something that you haven't seen that you would like to see? Is there something that you have seen that you thought was cute, whether it was cover paper or just a design that you saw somewhere else or whatever? Because you can get inspiration from anywhere, right? So yeah, leave me a comment down below. I do really want to get to where I feel like I have the bandwidth to work on something like that. And if she's going to help me, which I think she's finally on board with, that'll make it easier. But anyway, I'd still like your feedback. If nothing else, it would be fun to make some and include them in my random acts of kindness. I'm going to be sending out some additional random acts of kindness, so I guess you can leave me a comment, let me know that too. Would that be something you'd be interested in me adding to my random acts of kindness? I usually put stickers and stuff in there. I think I've put release papers in there before. I've slept since then, who knows? I do know I need to get some more sent out though. I just have been kind of waiting to get other things taken care of first. I sent out a batch after hubby went back to work, but I don't think I've sent any out since then, so I need to get another batch out. I'm so excited about the purples and pinks in this kit. I think it's going to be super fun, which is kind of weird that I'm doing this one right after Harajuku, I guess, because Harajuku was pretty much nothing but pinks and purples as well, but I enjoyed it. You guys will have to watch the video of that so I can share my thoughts on it with you. Some pros, some cons, but I did definitely enjoy the kit and I'm glad that I did it. Also, it's impossible to know what events are out there, all of them. Like I said, I have a couple places that I follow so that I know what events are going on, but if you guys have heard of one that you think would be interesting, please share. You can leave me a comment about that as well. I think all the ice is finally melting off our roof. I can hear it like cracking. It was supposed to warm up and be like in the 60s later this week. I don't think it's going to get that warm, but I'll take it not being in the single digits. I actually had to go back. You guys, like I said, I'm so far behind. I had to go back because I bought that Craft Pack Canada kit where I'm doing the temperature, like temperature blanket kind of thing. And so I have to keep track of the temperature every day, which I have not been doing. Thank goodness I found a website that will go back and so I can access it when I forget. But I'm trying to keep it written down. I probably will go through and just like a month at a time. So like once we hit the end of January, I'll go back and actually diamond paint the month of January with all the colors and everything that are supposed to be on there. But if it wasn't for her posting on Instagram that she was doing hers, I was like, oh yeah, I need to go back and find the temperatures because I'm going to get so far behind I can't look them all up and then that will be bad. I don't want to just make them up. I do want to make it accurate. So I might actually give that a try as crochet at some point too. I don't know how many different colors you have to have. Like I know one color represents a range, so I don't know. Wonder what it'd be like to just do the Roy G. Biv, one red, one orange, one yellow, etc. And just have, what is that, 6 or 7 colors, and that's the only colors of your blanket. That make it look too primary. Yeah, all these browns are not my favorite thing, so hopefully I will get into the purples and pinks of this rather quickly once I finish this little section down here. I don't even know what this is supposed to be. Where's my photo? Where's my, I always keep the little sticker here. What is this? Oh, it is cookies. That's hilarious. Okay, so it's like little chocolate chip cookies down here in this corner. That's what I'm diamond painting at the moment. That makes a lot more sense for a spangler. I was trying to figure out, is this like a hill of dirt? What is this? No, it's cookies. I forgot to load a glue dot in the single placer of this pen. That's why I keep switching pens. I reloaded my putty, but I forgot to reload my glue dots. Not that it's a big deal, but I remember when I first started diamond painting, it was like, oh, I need a 2-placer for this because I only need 2 drills. Oh, I need a 6-placer for this because I need 6 drills. Now I'm like, this is a 6-placer, but it can pick up 7 square drills. So from 2 to 7, I'm picking up with this. I rarely pick up just 1 drill with a multi-placer, although you can. If I do pick up just 1, it's not on purpose. It's because 1 fell off or something. It's funny how your perceptions change the longer you're in a hobby. What tools you decide you need and which ones you don't. I got rid of all of those extra stuff that I wasn't really using in my mystery boxes. And at the time, I thought, I wonder if I'm going to miss any of these. Just because invariably, you know how it is, you get rid of something and then like 2 months later, you're like, oh, now I need the thing, but I got rid of it because I use it once in a blue moon. But during that blue moon, you really want it. I have to say, I haven't missed any of the things that I've gotten rid of. I got rid of a bunch of bottle cases and other kinds of storage and pens that I wasn't really using. And although speaking of pens, I gotta say, I actually would be using something besides this pen. But these DAC tips, I have trouble getting them to fit in pens. And it fit in this pen, and so I just have been using this pen, even though I would like to switch pens. I need to just take it out and see if I can make it fit in a different pen that I like better. I just would prefer a pen that had more bumps in its profile. This one is kind of too smooth. I mean, these are essentially the same pen, just kind of different versions, but the profile is the same. I like pens that have a little bit more going on in their profiles. More bumps, more ridges, that kind of thing. But I really like this multi-placer and I haven't wanted to, I've been doing all square kits and it works really well for squares and I haven't wanted to move to something else. Trials in the life of a diamond painter, I tell you. So funny that I didn't realize these are cookies. Why didn't I realize these are cookies? Of course they're cookies. So yeah, you guys, just a couple of things. One, if you have any events that you know are going on that you think I might be interested in, leave a comment down below, or you can hit me up on my Instagram at diamondpaintinganonymous, or you can join our Facebook group. It is ever growing, and even though I am terrible at Facebook, I'm trying to get better. I try to make posts and stuff, and once you join the group, you are welcome to share whatever you guys are working on. I love to see everybody's progress pics and the different kits, because we all have different tastes. It's really fun, I think, to see all of the different things that everybody's working on, especially if you do customs. I have yet to buy a custom. That is on my to-do someday list as well. So if you have a custom and you would love to share it, would love to see it, you can, like I said, join the Facebook group and share your photos in there. So yeah, hit me up with events. And then the other thing is for the release papers. Like I said, I'm going to zoom out here so you guys can kind of see what little I've accomplished. So I've made a pretty good start here on the cookies. I think that's it for me today, guys. Thanks so much for sticking around till the end of the video. Before you leave, don't forget to do all the things. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and hit that bell notification icon so that you can be informed of future uploads. And as always, guys, thanks so much for watching.